Yeah, yeah. But back to what Cornelia Small was saying. Yeah, man, just an incredible story. And I've told a story about how I met T.I. before he blew up, too, at Distant Replay in Atlanta. Distant Replay used to sell the throwback jerseys back in the day. But I had kind of lightweight. He had already kind of been out there. I did a little research on T.I. at the time, and I had already heard of him. No, when I'm telling you this story with my man B. Rich, and man, I should try to get B. Rich on the show, and he can tell the story. He can talk about, the beginning and how he got B.O.B. to the point that he is today. When I tell you this was like nobody in the world had really heard of B.O.B. I think he may have even still been in high school. Right. So, I mean, an incredible Ashley the classic story. And they went and listen, I told you the beautiful part of the story, the great part of the story, but they struggled. He struggled. B. Rich struggled for many years, a couple of years before they actually had their big breakthrough, man. So perseverance, man. Perseverance pays off, man. From, who do we got here? From Sidney Jackson. Nicknames are fluid and organic. If it's this difficult to come up with a name, then let it go. I do agree. Like most nicknames, they come from, just like you just said, they're fluid and organic, and they just happen by chance. Someone says something about somebody, and, the name sticks. So that's right. I mean, you're probably right. I mean, it's Wednesday now. I mean, it is a Woman Wednesday, by the way. It's Wednesday now. The game is in 4 days. I mean, it's dead. We ain't going to come up with a name for the Falcons in the Super Bowl this year. Let's see. From Loose Neck Side, the name Bad and Bougie sounds like some Ish Odell Beckham and his dance partners would be singing at the hot tub. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. Once again, I think a lot of people commenting to the negative about the whole Bad and Bougie thing, you just got to be from Atlanta to understand, to get it. These Bad and Bougie kids, man, they had the little scene in Atlanta, the TV show, but they are kind of like a big thing right now. Not kind of, they are, especially in ATL. From Jan from Snellville, Sydney, you cool, bruh. Laughing my ass off. More women for us, though, bruh. They are married men like myself, refuse to leave the A. Laugh out loud. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. From KC. Oh, KC. Let me look at KC's profile pic. Oh, he's got a picture of the chick, what was her name? Sally Yates, that refused to do the bidding of Donald Trump. She gets the ball award on this show. Government attorney. So that was mentioned earlier on the show. That was mentioned earlier on the show, and I didn't know. I couldn't find his profile pic. Yeah, shouts out to Sally Yates. She's like, F it, fire me then. And that's what he did. Casey says, bougie guys are known to carry Merces. All right, I get it. From Uncle Mike, remember the Boondocks? Homies over hoes. Homies over hoes. Exactly. Jan from Snellville. No, don't put all ninjas from the A in that boat, Doug. Well, okay. That's fine. From 90 the Wino. Damn, Grady Pats fans are buying all the tickets, Grego. Whatever. Chico the Alpha. I don't know how a married man takes it in ATL. Jesus. I don't know what you mean by that comment. Are you referring to the high percentage in relative terms to other cities of gay dudes that live here in Atlanta? Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about the exact opposite in the fact that Atlanta has all of these beautiful women? I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, sir, but you best believe that Atlanta for black people is the land of milk and honey. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Atlanta, for black people in particular, is the land of milk and honey. Yes, there's a large, in relative terms to other city, huge contingent of gay guys. From what I understand, I never see them. Outside a once in a while trip to Lenox Mall. Right, outside of every once in a blue moon trip to Lenox Mall or to Piedmont Park on a Sunday, I don't see this big contingent of gay people. And I mean, that's fine. They do what they do. They're gay. That's fine. That's their business. But evidently there's places that they congregate together, and I really don't see this big, mass of gay population in the city. I do see every time I go out of this house, every time I go out of my house, I do see thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dime pieces. I do see that. My eyes still work. I'm happily married, but my eyes still work. Shit. What? I'll put Atlanta up against any city in this country as far as beautiful black women. Any city. D.C., Houston, Dallas, Oakland. I don't care where you name. ATL? ATL, ho? Shit. You can talk your ass off. You can talk your ass off, okay? You can talk your ass off. You come to Atlanta, you going to see dime pieces left and right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Forget about all of the other stuff, but you going to see dime pieces around here left and right. You going to break your neck turning your head looking at dime pieces around here. Whatever for all of the other stuff. From Brian Hill, ain't nobody talking about OBJ's friends. From Big Jack Gamecock, I feel kind of funny saying that, almost like Bad and Bougie. He says, came to Freaknik in 93 and never left. Exactly. I ain't going nowhere. From that ninja, sorry, Doug, there's no way in hell you went to Lenox and didn't see some questionable ish. Oh, no, you misunderstood what I said. I says outside of going to Lenox in the scene there, I don't see this huge contingent of gay guys in Atlanta like everyone talks about nationally. Yeah, when you go to Lenox, you're going to get a plentiful of that. And I don't know why the studio audience is booing. I'm not booing. I don't know why the studio audience is booing. I mean, hey, live and let live, Live and let live. From what do we got here? From J. Clyde Simpson, I typically go to Atlanta just for my connecting flights. Well, you do know we have the number one busiest airport in the world. Not in the country, not in the South, in the world. Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is the busiest. More people come through Hartsfield-Jackson Airport than any other airport in the world. Okay? I got into a discussion about one of my Facebook friends, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. One of my Facebook friends posted a negative post about LaGuardia Airport in New York. And I chimed in, and I was like, man, yeah, it's unbelievable to me. Every time I go to New York and I go through LaGuardia Airport, that crappy, little, small, dirty airport is the airport for the biggest city in the world, at least the biggest city in this country. Like, LaGuardia is crappy in relative terms in comparison to Atlanta, who's got this big, nice airport, modern. It's got, a train system and everything. And, it's fantastic. Like, it's super easy getting through the airport in Atlanta, and it's the busiest airport in the world. And you would think the same thing about a airport in New York, but such is not the case. LaGuardia Airport is shitty. It is. And now listen, I always crap on New York sports teams, but I love New York City. I mean, I always talk about fond memories of going to New York City for the summertime. We go up there and stay 2 or 3 weeks. I love New York City. But that airport is horrendous, and it's old, and you would think they would have modernized it to some degree, but no, they haven't. I mean, it's the worst. It is the worst. The airport in Myrtle Beach is better than the airport in New York City at LaGuardia. True story. True story. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's been there forever, and they got Kennedy, and they also, I can't remember the name of the airport in Jersey. But, they pretty much, they're equal. You got Kennedy, you got LaGuardia, and then you have the one in Jersey. I can't remember the name right now. So most people fly it's a combination of the three. I get that. But damn, I mean, the most well-known one and the biggest one, I guess they have more traffic than the other two, is LaGuardia. Whatever, man. I mean, ATL, we got it going on. You can talk your ass off. From Looseneck side, our airport in Dallas, Fort Worth, set the standard for Hartsfield. It may have, I don't know. And I don't know how it became that Hartsfield-Jackson became the most busiest. Well, I know what it is. I mean, because Delta, the hub for Delta is here in Atlanta. And so I guess Delta is probably the biggest airlines, and their home, their hub is here in ATL. Like Delta has its own side. The red side is Delta, and the blue side is all the other airports. Delta's got their one side of the airport. So they're based here in Atlanta. So I guess that's where all of the traffic comes from is because we're the actual origination point, I guess you would say, for Delta. So a lot of flights come into the city, and they originate here, and they go to other parts of the country and nationally and abroad. So that's pretty much what it is, man. Man, shouts out to ATL. ATL home, man. Shouts out to the Falcons. Hopefully they get it done this weekend, man. I love my city. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else than ATL.
When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruhs. Frank Cole.
Hey. Thank you for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. I really do appreciate it. Woman Wednesday. Shouts out to my producers, Waterhead, Walter, Poe Politicking, Brandon Butler, my engineers, Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri. Shouts out to you guys. My man Pink Gator for this hot-ass track right here. Hold on, my favorite part coming up right now. Hold on.
I know it make you wanna. I'm always in the queue, but you ain't know I'm resolute.
Well, actually, I was a little bit early, but here it comes right now. Here comes my favorite part. Yeah! Yeah. And a special shout out to all of the Stewies. Without you, there is no me. Do me a favor, go into the Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group and add a friend that you know likes sports and hot sports talk and opinions like we have around here on the Doug Stewart Show. That's the Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group. All right? We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time. Same Doug Stewart channel. Be careful on them streets. Peace.
God, I put you first. See, I know my place. And I stand my ground. Cues in the sky. We gon' hold it down. Frank Cole. Ernest Just. Oscar Cooper. Edgar Love. Four founders. Sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q. I know it make you wanna. When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruhs. Frank Cole, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q. I know it make you wanna. Frank Coleman, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q. I know it make you wanna. I'm always in the queue, but you ain't know I'm ready.